Hello and welcome to another edition of the Cairns Student Hub webinar. Today we're joined by Danny and Mateja from Migration Plus, an immigration agency here in Cairns. And today we'll be discussing options after the COVID visa. So I've been getting some inquiries at the hub from people that are on COVID visas and they would like to change to a student visa, and so they would like to have a bit more information on what their options are.
So this is a very important topic. Thank you for having us. We are also seeing a lot of inquiries about what options are there available either to students or temporary visa holders in Australia. COVID visa has ended on 1st of September, and that has changed plans of many temporary visa holders in Australia. So the options after the COVID visa may be different depending on the circumstances of each client. So it is really important that they get proper advice, and it will depend what options they should pursue based on their intentions, what they would like to achieve and what skills or experience they have and what their genuine plans are for their future.
Yeah, that's really important to mention, because that way they can plan in ahead properly. And of course, as well, what the Australia is looking for, it's a genuine applicants. Doesn't matter which visa they are choosing, that is a real application. So to make it easier for everyone to understand, let's put it in an example, so different scenarios. So what happened if they were maybe in a working holiday visa? Let's start. They were with a COVID visa.
So COVID visa holders are obviously in Australia, and they've done an amazing job supporting Australia during this long period. And they have been working for someone during that time. If they hold a COVID visa, they may still be eligible to apply for further COVID visa if they meet the requirements, and they can lodge the application before the program closes end of January next year. Importantly, they do need to meet the requirements for the next visa, and that visa may only be granted for another 6 months.
Okay, so that is just for 6 months. So that is for the ones that have a previous...
Only the current COVID visa holders.
Okay. But as well, I guess they may have a different visa options, depends on their own circumstances. So yes, you may have a opportunity to apply for another COVID visa for 6 months, but it's important to get a professional advice, because perhaps there is another option that is more beneficial for you. Depends on your purpose in Australia, and that's why is there where we provide the advice. So
for example, the options may be obviously the visa holders must have skills or usually qualifications that I need in Australia because they are working for someone. So if they meet the requirements for example, for skilled visa pathway, that might be most advantageous. So obviously, skilled visas are complex. They have very demanding requirements. There may be additional requirements by the state governments. So it's really important that you get proper advice and assessment. Am I eligible? And in that particular time frame that you still have on this visa. So that would be option number one. The other option may be that if you are working with an employer for a long time, they love what you do and they want to keep you. You may wish to explore and discuss with them whether there are options for you to stay based on an employer-sponsored visa pathways. Again, the requirements may be very different, or you may need to upskill, or you may need to meet additional requirements to meet that visa requirements. Again, very important to have this conversation with your employer and get a proper migration advice.
Yes. And I guess some visa holders as well would like to apply for a student visa. They would be able to do this.
Yes, from meeting requirements, it is possible to lodge a student visa from a COVID visa in Australia. However, again, we would strongly recommend to really consider whether the student visa is the proper and right pathway in that particular circumstances, because you would be aware that Australian government is now reviewing migration system. There is a lot of emphasis now on compliance, on genuine students, and this pathway would only be really suitable if you want to upskill, if you genuinely want to progress your career and you found a course that you would like to pursue. By all means, the student visa is the right pathway to pursue.
And definitely we are here to support you during the process and help you and provide all the relevant information. So please contact us and we can provide that consultation to analyze your case and provide advice about the best visa option, and in the case of a student visa, we'll provide you information about the different study options that you have available in Australia. Then, so we have already talked about someone who has holding a COVID visa and what are the next options. Then we talk about some scenarios. And now another specific example is someone who is in a student visa, and this person was thinking to apply for a COVID visa, but is not any longer that option. What other options this person may have?
So COVID visa really provided a good opportunity even to students to gain additional work experience. There were some COVID concessions during this time that were taken away. So obviously the pathway for students is to pursue a graduate visa, but it really depends whether their studies meet the requirements for that graduate visa. So additional options are to pursue your further studies, which may lead to your eligibility for a graduate visa in work stream or in post-study stream that may provide you with additional opportunities to work and live in Australia.
Oh, okay, that's good. So they can continue with their studies that way.
Correct.
All right. Then what happened if I was in a student or any other visa, and I was planning to apply for the COVID visa because I just need a little more time to stay in Australia because I want to travel, or I just didn't have enough time to, finish my things in closed my journey in Australia. Yes.
So obviously, there's a lot of temporary visa holders in Australia who were stuck in Australia during this time, and then they got a job and they worked and they never had the opportunity to really explore Australia or travel for what they came here for. So yes, it is possible to apply for a visitor visa for genuine tourism purposes. Importantly to note is that the government is again going to really assess each client's circumstances. So obviously visitor visa has no work rights and applicants must have savings to support themselves during that time that they're in Australia.
Do I need to, can I apply for the visitor visa in Australia? Yes. Of course, I'm already in Australia, but or do I need to go out of the country and apply it overseas?
Yeah. So in most of circumstances, it is possible to apply for a visitor visa while in Australia. It really depends the conditions on the visas that you hold. So student visa, for example, or a COVID visa, or working holiday visa, definitely is possible to apply for the visa while in Australia.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
So I think in general speaking, yes, there is some options, even though the COVID visa is finished, definitely. But at the end of the day, it's going to depend on each individual circumstances and their purpose in their life, for sure.
Exactly.
Yeah, the
Exactly.
future goals, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. So I think, yes, thank you very much, because I think that's going to be helpful. We've had a few inquiries about that. So thank you for clarifying. And if you would like to have any more information, please contact Migration Plus. They're experts in the domain. So how can the prospective students or the students contact you if they would like to have more advice?
Well, definitely we recommend you to get a professional advice, and we will be more than happy to provide that advice for you. So the best way that you can contact us is by email. So you can email us to visa@migrationplus.com.au, or as well through our Facebook page, website, or even you can call us or visit us at our office. We are located in Cairns. So we're gonna leave our contact details in the description of the video. That way it's easier for you. So please don't hesitate to contact us. It's really important to get the right advice in the right moment for you to planning ahead and achieve your goal in Australia.
Thank you very much, Danny and Mateja, for joining us.
Thank you for the opportunity, and we are always here to help.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Happy to see you guys.
Thank you. We'll see you again for another webinar in the next few weeks. Thank you. Bye-bye.